Hey there, Dr. Jeff Snyder at Snyder Family Chiropractic. I want to take a moment to review something with you that I think is really important for those of you that have kids, or for that matter, for yourself. The issue of how you take care of yourself when you get sick. And what I mean by sick is when you have a fever, because we're going to talk about whether or not that's sick or not. So most would argue in saying, well, of course, having a fever is being sick. So I want to share with you an article that I came across a while back, but I revisited again. This is actually from 2011, but it still holds true today. And it is out of the Washington Post. The title of it says, "Pediatricians say it's often better to let a child's fever run its course." Now, chiropractors have been saying this for years, and unfortunately have been ostracized for that, because we always said that the body has an innate healing ability, which we know is always running the show. And so the question is, why do we have a fever? What's the fever for? And we know from a physiologic standpoint that a fever, when you raise a fever, you change the acid-base balance in the bloodstream. And by doing so, it makes it so that the environment for bacteria or viruses cannot live. And it kills them, and you live on because your body is able to manage that. So some would have argued with that many years ago, but back in 2011, which is, when I say many years ago, I mean about 20 or 30 years ago, it was absolutely something unheard of. In fact, myself as a child, I got sick often, and my parents, not knowing necessarily, but following the guidance of our medical doctor, anytime my fever would go above 100, maybe 100.5, I was given Tylenol. I'm sure that you're also in the same boat as I was with that. Many of us were. But in this article, talks about here that this woman who wrote it, she said that she'll never forget the time that her son's fever spiked to 103 degrees. And she goes on to say that she didn't know if she would be able to wait to watch to see what would happen as a result of just watching the fever go along. However, a new report at the time, again 2011, from the American Academy of Pediatrics says that, and I'm going to quote here from the article itself, it says that far too many parents freak out about the fever for no reason, and a group now advises that it is often better not to treat a child when the thermometer is on the rise. And then they go on to say, and quoted, "Fever is the body's normal response to infection. It's a natural defense mechanism." And this is actually from a professor of pediatric clinical care and clinical pharmacology at the University of Louisville School of Medicine. And she's also the co-author of the report that I just mentioned here from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Her name is Janice Sullivan. So what I'm getting at here is that, by the way, if you're looking for this article, you go to my Facebook page, you'll find it there. It's facebook.com/ and you're going to find you're going to find Phoenixville Chiropractor. Okay, so you're going to look for that. You can also find our website, find our Facebook page by going to our website, SnyderFamilyChiro.com, SNYDER, family, CHIRO.com, and then go to the very bottom of the screen, and you'll find down there various links. One of them is for Facebook, so you can find it that way as well. Actually, you can also find it on the side panel, I believe, as well. If you're looking at it from a desktop or towards the bottom, you'll see the Facebook feed right in the website itself, so you can find it there. But you'll find this article right in there. And I wanted to share that with you because our bodies have an innate healing ability. We know this, and we've known this since 1895, is where chiropractic has been professing this for all these years. So, the point I'm making about this is that your body heals, but it heals most optimally when a nervous system is functioning properly. And why do I say nervous system? Because the nervous system controls and coordinates everything about you. You live your life through your nervous system. It is what developed you into what you are today. Actually, it developed you into what you were when you were in the womb. It's that nervous system. It's a very primitive nervous system that formed first. So why aren't we taking care of that nervous system? What we do know is that the weight of a dime on the nerve root can cause that nerve to malfunction significantly. And at any given level of the spine, if there's malfunction, your body's not performing properly. Your immune system and your nervous system, they work together. Your digestive system, your cardiovascular system, everything is a result of a properly functioning nervous system. But the point I'm making here regarding the fever is that we see, and many of my colleagues see, that when you take care of that nervous system, you don't get sick as often. I used to have horrible allergies, which is an immune response. When I started getting adjusted, after 3 months, my allergies were virtually gone. And I did nothing different in my life. In fact, I evaluated everything that I did to look at exactly what it is that potentially changed. And there was nothing that changed other than the fact that I was getting adjusted. I was exercising as often. I was eating the same way. I was getting the same kind of sleep. I wasn't under any more stress or any less stress. So I can't prove 100%, but I can tell you that we have many patients that have said the same thing in various ways regarding their immune system, their strength of their immune system, their children's immune system, when they get adjusted. So making sure that you know about this, you'll find it again. The article itself is right here, it's from Washington Post, and there's the article right there. You'll find it right on our website, right on our Facebook page, that is, and go to it. Take a look at it, and I think you'll get something out of that. But the message here is to understand that if you take care of your spine and your nervous system by getting adjusted, that there's a better chance that your body will perform better in dealing with stresses as a whole, including stresses from when you have an invader that gets into your body, how your immune system deals with that. There's other components to it, such as eating well, getting sleep, exercise, and things of that nature. But make sure that that nervous system, which controls your entire body, is functioning properly. And you cannot gauge it on the way you feel. The way you feel is a moment in time. Okay, we can talk about that one later on. In fact, we'll do another one on symptoms and what they actually mean. So I'm going to stop at this point. I hope that you enjoyed watching this 7.5 minute video. Share this with others. Give me a couple thumbs up also. I don't know if you can do thumbs up, but like or comment on it below. Ask some questions if you have any questions, but share it along with other people. And I think that they'll gain some great valuable information from this. So have a great night. Again, Dr. Jeff Snyder, Snyder Family Chiropractic. We're located right here in Oaks, right next to Phoenixville. And I'm here to take care of you and your family. Take care.